Hello everybody. Before I start, I'd just like to give you a background on myself, just so you know I'm not just a random chap who's turned up here and blagged his way on the stage. I did various design courses, I spent 6 years at college, graduated, went through to various agencies in Cheltenham to work on major blue chip companies such as Schweppes Beverages, Bulmers Ciders, Smiths Walkers, Grace Gulf Oil, loads of them. And I thought that's what my career was going to be like forever. Then I moved to Plymouth. And from there I headed up a design studio, moved to Penryn, and for the last 10 years I've been a member of Arwen Design Studio. So that's my background, that's who I am. And my expertise is design. That's all I've done all my career, is help businesses present themselves in an attractive manner to their customer base. Everything I say today is just my opinion. There are plenty of design agencies in Cornwall. There's plenty of creativity around, and be involved in it. That's all I ask. Take lots of people's opinions, and hopefully you'll be able to gain something from it. So, what's this all about? Well, as I say, today you're going to hear from various experts about the different aspects of marketing. If you've got an overall marketing strategy, design forms one part of it, and I would argue a very important part. It doesn't matter whether you're having a leaflet printed or a website produced. If it doesn't look aesthetically pleasing, you could be losing out. Why is design important? It creates a difference. It helps you distinguish your product or service from all those around you. It allows you to compete on quality, not just on price. It represents your brand visually, and it communicates a powerful message very, very quickly. In the UK, 45% of firms that don't use design compete purely on price alone. Remember, you may have a fantastic product or a service, but if your customers don't know about it, but they know about your competitors, then you could be losing out. One of the first things about design is a foundation stone, if you like, is your brand. Establishing a clear, distinct brand is fundamental. And you may not know it, but you've already been influenced by so many different brands over your lifetime. Some of them I'll just run through now. We all recognise that brand straight away. It doesn't say anything, it's just a red bottle. You know exactly who it is, just a shape. You know what telephone company that is, and it's just an orange square. It's just one letter, and yet you know straight away that's the market leader in cereals. And yet again, just a simple tick has become iconic in the world of design. Everybody recognises that sportswear company. Now, it doesn't really matter in one respect whether you're a huge company or a small company. The principles are all pretty much the same, because design helps your customers recognise you. When you're dealing with a wide range of companies or products, the point of difference that your company has can help them decide whether they purchase from you or not. For example, let's take a positioning as an example. If I'll just use one element that's of design that will help you distinguish one product from the next. It's not a design issue that I'm looking at here, it's how it's perceived by its customer base. I'm just going to use packaging as an example, but nevertheless, it's just beans. It's just a tin of beans. Okay, so how does design help this particular product distinguish itself? Well, this particular tin, you walk into the shop, you know exactly what it is. It's just a tin of beans. It's not selling on quality, it's not selling on any distinctive flavour, it's just price. So anybody who picks up that tin of bean, all they're interested in is how much is it and how quickly can I get it in my shopping trolley. The next one along is basically the next level up. You're saying, I'm a little bit better than those guys next to me. I am still affordable, not as expensive as the brands next to me, but in comparison, I'm trading a little bit more on flavour, a little bit more on taste. This guy comes along and he says, well, anybody who picks me up is discerning. They're interested in taste, they're interested in quality. And to a degree, price is not such an issue, but they'll be proud to be seen with me in their shopping trolley. But I'm not a mainstream, so anybody who picks me up isn't necessarily one of the crowd. Everybody knows this one. Beans means Heinz. We all know the jingle. We all know the colour. The shape of the tin is iconic. The label is iconic. And anybody who goes into a supermarket purchases when they purchase this is they've bought into the brand messages of the company. They've bought into the idea that I'm buying quality, consistency, and I'm proud to be seen with this tin of beans. And that's all positioning is all about. Where do you position yourself in the market? Now, I've used beans as an example, but it doesn't matter whether you're selling surf gear or whether you're selling a service, a physiotherapy service or a techno gizmo on the internet. The principles are all the same. It's all about where do you position your company and amongst the competitors? What distinguishes you from the crowd? But you may argue, well, these are all national companies, but, well, okay. The next one along said, I'm going to trade purely on something completely different to everything else, just on diet alone. So let's go back a little bit to the idea of Nike. We all saw the Nike logo. Now, if you're a small company in Cornwall and you're a sportswear manufacturer, how do you compete against Nike? Well, they're not from Cornwall, you are. Use that as a distinguishing feature. Find something that you do that nobody else does and shout about it. Tell everybody about it, and then they will remember you when it comes to making that choice of purchase. I can do my own design, can't I? Oh, I didn't realise I was standing in front of that. Of course you can. If you design it yourself, you'll have a great journey, enjoy yourself doing the design work. But are you really doing it for the best of intentions, or are you just doing it because you're trying to save some money? Well, if you're trying to save some money, maybe you're not. Maybe you haven't considered the fact that you're spending 6 times as long producing something, stopping you from doing your core business, when you could be paying somebody else more efficiently and effectively to produce something for you. Now, of course, I'm going to argue the case to go to a designer, but if you do decide to design yourself, be honest with yourself. Get someone else's opinions, somebody who's not afraid to tell you the truth. Because ultimately, it's not what you want, it's not what the designer wants, it's what your customers want. What do they want to see about your product or your service? How does the design appeal to them? DIY design is one route into promoting yourself, and I would always advocate the idea of promoting yourself visually. Establish a brand, make sure that brand is then consistent throughout everything that you do. But as I say, if you do decide to do it yourself, please get other people's opinions.